Tommy won, but I feel like, you've been through it with him. You walk the fairways and how much you care about him. How does it feel, Rich?
Honestly, amazing. It's interesting because I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so much for him because of what he did out there. It was not easy. It was hard earned. He played with passion. He played with heart. And at the end of the day, he got what he deserved, and that's to go out there and to not be perfect, but to be strong enough, to be tough enough to outlast this field and win this. And win his first championship, but win it in style.
Looks good, doesn't it? Tommy Fleetwood, 2025 FedEx Cup champion. The winner takes it all. How about the emotional turmoil of it all, though? What would he have gone through out there today?
I think a little bit of everything. I kind of saw a few things between both he and Finno a little bit, like going, oh boy, why did I hit it there? Or why did he hit it there? One of those things. But again, whenever he kind of got out of position, it seemed like it didn't bother him. He got it right back into position, and he took care of business. 8 was a perfect example of that. He hit it way right, and then all of a sudden, it hit a really strange shot from my mind's eye, and then pitches it up and knocks in a 10-footer. That's just what he was able to do all week long. But today it was especially important, and he was especially impressive as well.
Is it extraordinary what Tommy's done in the face of all of that disappointment that he's had to stomach across these years?
Most definitely. I think that Keegan said it perfectly the other day with you. He says, listen, a lot of men would cower. They would just run away and hide. He has taken every beating and just gone and said, listen, I'm going to get up, dust myself off, and I'm going to get it again.
We know why people from home love Tommy Fleetwood. We understand that. But why does he appeal so much so that on the final day, playing with an American, he steals the show?
I just think because of his personality. He's so engaging. He smiles a lot. He thanks people. He high-fives them. He doesn't ignore them. He doesn't stay in his own little bubble. He does to a point, as every professional golfer has to. But he sits there, he braces a lot of it. He understands that he is in the entertainment business. He's a great player, but he enjoys pleasing people, I guess would be a great way of putting it. He's not shy about it, and he will take selfies. He'll say hi to everybody, sign autographs. But he is just one of these world-class individual people that you just are glad that's on the top of the golfing world, because you know that he's going to give you everything that you ask for the most part. And he's world-class.
Behind that smile, and now with this renewed love of trophies that he has certainly set stateside to go with the DP World Tour ones, what's the competitor? Who's the competitor, and what's he capable of now he's broken ground?
A lot. I told him something back in 2012 when I was playing on the European Tour. That's the first place that I met him. And I said something to him, and I still believe it. I'll keep that between he and I. But I said something to him, and I meant it. And I think that he now is finally, with this victory, I think it's going to be kind of a landslide to more of them. I think it's just going to be like, these are going to come fast and furious. He may not win all, but he's going to compete. He's going to be in the contention. He's going to be right in the mix of everything. I think, though, that he's just getting started.
When you delve into the detail of the day, and you look at the players, Jason, Scotty Scheffler, he looked dangerous. You didn't see him. We were watching him.
No, I was listening.
We were all watching him. Keegan came.
Yeah.
Russell, we all know what he's capable of. He's won big tournaments. He's been so consistent this year. And, of course, Cantlay was there hanging around. Didn't feel, though, like they really came from. Like they got close and then they just didn't quite have it. Was that down to them, or did Tommy make that tough for them today, the way he put himself, the position he put himself in?
I think it's a combination of both, because it seemed like the birdie at the second hole kind of gave a message to the rest of the players, like, he's not going to go anywhere. But I also think that when he would bogey a hole, he responded fairly quickly. It wasn't right away, but it was fairly quickly. And I think that most players got the sense of it, that he wasn't going anywhere this week just by his play through the first 3 rounds, not necessarily what was going on the final round, but they didn't ever expect him to lose ground.
Brilliant. We're waiting for him, That's why we're here. We're not just chatting because we love to chat. We're chatting because we're waiting for Tommy Fleetwood. We want to speak to him. When you look at him getting there and crossing the line today, was there ever a time when you known him as you do? And I'm not asking you to delve into, because I'm going to ask him anyway, outright. Sure. Do you think there was ever a time he thought maybe it's Maybe I'm just not that guy. Maybe
No.
some guys are serial winners like Scotty. And
No, never in a million years. It would never have crossed my mind. And if it wasn't this week, it certainly would have been sometime in the future here in the PGA Tour. I just don't ever. I never felt that he was never going to be. He wasn't going to be one of those guys that came close too many times. It was going to happen sooner or later. And I can't think of a better time to win this. You win 2 trophies in one, and a little bit of cash. Do you think he's going to talk about that or think about that?
I don't think the cash will mean the slightest
It doesn't.
bit
No,
to
I'm
him,
kidding. It doesn't. But you still, it's a one with a lot of zeros. We guys.
I don't think he's giving it back, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to mean the world to him.
Too good.
How has he become this player? How has he evolved from being? Because the thing is, and we always caveat this because we've been annoyed talking about it in the world that we live in, and you're an American, but you're part of our team. We get annoyed at home with the whole, oh, you can't win. You know, you're really a great player before you've won on the PGA Tour. Well, yeah, I get it. It's the biggest tour in the world. But he's had chances in major championships. He's been there in major championships, and he's won 7 times, big events on the DP World Tour. But it definitely does feel like he is by far and away the best player he's ever been, by a margin. Why is that? What's different?
Because of his work ethic. I think he's got a great team around him. I think he's got one of the greatest support teams that he could possibly have. Wife Claire, the boys, the behind the scenes folks, Finno, Butch Harmon, who we chatted with earlier in the week, you and I just think he's got a great support system, and they make his life very easy, but he works hard at it, and he enjoys it. He enjoys going out there and grinding at it. It's not work for him. It's enjoyment. And to put yourself through what he's gone through before he got this win at Travelers and the FedEx, and to get beat down and to come back and still just say, listen, I want another piece of it. Give me another shot at the title. There you go.